Often, as we contemplate the journey of life, we can discover incredible parallels that allow us to extract valuable lessons from seemingly simple observations. One of these fascinating parallels that deserves our attention is the majestic life of the eagle. It not only inspires us with its grandeur in the skies but also serves as a profound metaphor for the path of man in pursuit of excellence. The life of man is filled with challenges and obstacles that can, at first glance, seem insurmountable. It is an undeniable reality that sadness and difficulties often cross our path. However, what sets us apart as human beings is our innate ability to embrace these challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. At the core of our existence is the capacity to bear burdens, driven by the complex mechanism of dopamine in our brains, which rewards us with a sense of accomplishment when we overcome adversity. A vivid example of this relentless pursuit of excellence is how men dedicate themselves to the gym. Why, amidst busy schedules and daily responsibilities, do we set aside time to endure suffering and subject our bodies to extreme pain? The answer is simple, because we know that, to achieve our goals and reach our best selves, we need to face physical and mental challenges. The gym is just one example, as this same mindset applies to all areas of our lives. In our personal journeys, we can find guidance and wisdom from various sources, including ancient texts like the Bible. The verse that states, "By the sweat of your brow, you will eat your bread until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken, for dust you are and to dust you shall return," resonates as a profound reminder that hard work is inherent to the human condition. Our destiny is intertwined with our effort and perseverance. As we chart our paths, our lives are shaped by our work, goals, and passions. However, to achieve these goals meaningfully, it is imperative that we undergo a constant process of renewal and transformation. To illustrate this idea, let's turn our gaze once again to the eagle, this majestic bird of prey considered the queen of the skies. The eagle has a remarkably long life expectancy, living up to 70 years. However, there is a critical point in its life that challenges it deeply. When the eagle reaches the age of 40, it faces a dilemma. Its long and flexible talons, once effective instruments for capturing prey, are no longer suitable for the task. Its sharp beak starts to curve, and its wings, due to thick feathers, become heavy and incapable of sustaining flight. At this critical moment, the eagle is faced with two choices. The first alternative would be to give in, surrender, and quietly disappear from the scene. However, the second option, though painful, offers the possibility of remarkable transformation. The eagle decides to embark on a challenging and special journey. It flies to the top of a mountain and, in that secluded location, begins to repeatedly strike its beak against a rock. Yes, you read correctly. The eagle needs to tear off its own beak, ignoring the intense pain that this action causes. It persists in this process until the old beak is completely removed. Only then does a new beak begin to grow in its place. The eagle then faces the second part of this challenging journey. Now that its beak has been removed, its excessively long talons also need to be torn off. It repeats the process, repeatedly striking its talons until they break. Even with the pain it feels, the eagle does not give up. It knows that its journey is far from over. Another challenge to overcome is the removal of the thick and heavy feathers that were once an advantage, allowing it to fly majestically through the skies. However, these same feathers have now become a burden that hinders easy flight. The eagle plucks each feather one by one, indifferent to the pain or blood that may flow. Upon completing this journey of self-transformation, the eagle finally achieves the long-awaited flight of rebirth and gains an additional 30 years of life. In contrast, those eagles who could not endure the pain of change ultimately perish, losing their status as queens of the skies. Our journey as human beings is akin to that of the eagle. We are defined by our goals and aspirations, but it is the process of transformation and overcoming that truly defines us. We are presented with two choices. The first is to yield to challenges and difficulties, succumbing to inertia and decline. The second, though filled with pain, offers the opportunity to undergo a process of change and rebirth. A clear example of this philosophy of overcoming is semen retention, where many men succumb to impulses and waste their vital energy. With each relapse, a heavy feather is added to the burden we carry, making our flight more challenging. But remember, the pain is temporary, and the reward is eternal. Therefore, just like the eagle, it is time to begin plucking the unpleasant memories of our past and fight against negative habits with discipline and determination. Only then can we free ourselves from the burdens that bind us and soar higher in pursuit of our goals and aspirations. As we face these challenges and undergo our own process of self-transformation, we find renewed ease in fully enjoying the present. Let us not forget that, just like the eagle, our lives are a constant quest for overcoming, an eternal rebirth toward our best selves. In summary, remember that a man cannot recreate himself without passing through the fire of transformation, for he is both the raw stone and the sculptor of his own journey. Each challenge, each pain, is a brick that constructs the road toward excellence. So, my brothers, it is time to take flight once again and embrace the process of self-transformation with courage and determination. Before concluding, I want to thank you for being here and sharing this journey of personal growth and wisdom with us. If you enjoyed this content, please click the subscribe button and the like button. This not only helps us continue sharing valuable knowledge but also allows the algorithm to understand the importance of this content and recommend it to more people. See you in our next video, where we will continue to explore the paths of transformation and personal development. Until then.